Good morning, students of Standard 10th. Today I bring to you the third and final part of Glimpses of India, that is Tea from Assam, which is written by Arup Kumar Dutt. This is a story about Pranjal, a youngster from Assam, is Rajveer's classmate at school in Delhi. Pranjal's father is the manager of a tea garden in Upper Assam, and Pranjal has invited Rajveer to visit his home during the summer vacation. So that's the story all about. Two friends, one friend visiting another friend's home for summer vacation. The first scene where the story begins is a railway station where they boarded their train and they heard a tea seller. Chai garam garam chai, a vendor called out in a high-pitched voice. He came up to their window and asked, "Chai saab, give us 2 cups. They sipped the steaming hot liquid. Almost everyone in the compartment was drinking tea too. Do you know that over 80 crore cups of tea are drunk every day throughout the world?" Rajveer said. "Ooh," exclaimed Pranjal. Tea really is very popular. Pranjal, being a boy from a tea state, must have been proud to feel that tea was extremely popular. A figure of 80 crore is staggering. If the consumption of tea is 80 crore per day all over the world, I don't think any other beverage is consumed in such high quantity like tea. And a person from tea state must be feeling proud. But this is just the beginning of a conversation, a small talk. This conversation didn't last long, and the train pulled out of the station. Pranjal buried his nose in his detective book again. Rajveer too was an ardent fan of detective stories, but at the moment he was keener. When you are keen, you are enthusiastic, you are looking forward to something on looking at the beautiful scenery. Right, he was way too excited to look at the beautiful scenery outside. He forgot about his favorite books. It was green everywhere. Rajveer had never seen so much greenery before. Then the soft green paddy fields gave way to tea bushes. Rajveer, a boy from Delhi, obviously this green won his heart. The route was from Delhi to Assam. Paddy fields are a trademark character of Bihar and Bengal, so they crossed it and moved towards Assam. It was a magnificent view. Against the backdrop of densely wooded hills, a sea of tea bushes stretched as far as the eye could see. Dwarfing the tiny tea plants were tall, sturdy shade trees, and amidst the orderly rows of bushes busily moved doll-like figures. So these big trees, which were dwarfing the tiny tea plants, these big trees, the big and strong trees, when the train moved, they moved like it seemed as if they were dolls who were moving in a tea field. The tea field were very finely pruned and orderly. The rows were very orderly. You can see, and contrasting to this scenery, what he noticed was a factory. In the distance was an ugly building with smoke billowing out of tall chimneys. Right, so among this greenery which shows natural beauty, it shows something was adjoining it was standing something that were polluting the area. The tall chimneys that were emanating smokes. "Hey, a tea garden!" Rajveer cried exactly. Oh, Pranjal, who had been born and brought up on a plantation, didn't share Rajveer's excitement. The moment the train passed the tea garden, full-fledged tea garden, Rajveer was obviously excited because it was the first time he was sighting a tea garden. I don't know how many of you have sighted a tea garden, but they are so orderly, it looks beautiful. "Oh, it's a tea country now," he said. "Assam has the largest concentration of plantations in the world." So point is, tea country. Coorg before this was a coffee country. This is a tea country, small centers which produce in bulk, and Assam is obviously the largest plantation. "I have been reading as much as I could about tea," Rajveer said. "No one really knows who discovered tea, but there are many legends." Legends you all know, stories whose authentication cannot be done. Some legends may be true, some legends may obviously be false. Well, there was that one about the Chinese emperor who always boiled water before drinking it. One day, a few leaves of the twigs burning under the pot fell into the water, giving it a delicious taste, a delicious flavor. It is said they were tea leaves. The story of the Chinese king, he always drank boiled water. Back in those days, earth were used to boil water and branches and twigs were used as fuel. Some of the twigs contained some leaves which fell in the water, gave it a particular taste, and which the king found delicious, and people believed that those leaves were tea leaves. Tell me another. Scoffed Pranjal. Scoffed as if Pranjal was making fun. He didn't believe the first story that was told. Well, there's that we have an Indian legend too. Bodhidharma, an ancient Buddhist ascetic, cut off his eyelids because he felt sleepy during meditations. The 10 tea plants grew out of the eyelids. The leaves of these plants, when put in hot water and drunk, banished sleeps. Now you can see different parts of eyes. Already previously I have mentioned what eyelids are, and I am very sure standard 10 student knows what eyelids are. So he cut off his eyelids, and from his eyelids grew 10 tea plants, and when it was mixed with boiling water and consumed, it banished sleep, it threw away sleep. Now the history of the tea. Tea was first drunk in China, Rajveer added, as far back as 2700 BC. In fact, words such as tea, chai and chini are from Chinese. Tea came to Europe only in the 16th century and was drunk more as a medicine than as a beverage. The train clattered into Mariani Junction. The boys collected their luggage and pushed their way to the crowded platform. Beverage is a drink basically, something to quench your thirst, not necessarily, but it's a drink. Clatter, a rattling sound. You know, when train halt, it shakes, makes a rattling sound, or when it moves, tuck, 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 tuck. This kind of a sound is called a rattling sound or a clattering. Right. Pranjal's parents were waiting for them. Soon they were driving towards Dekiabari, the tea garden managed by Pranjal's father. The parents of Pranjal were aware that he was about to arrive for summer vacations, so they were there at the station to take them. An hour later, the car veered sharply off the main road. They crossed the cattle bridge and entered Dekiabari tea estate. Right? So from the main road, it took a turn and moved towards the village. There was a cattle platform, a platform that stops cattle from crossing it, and they entered the Dekiabari tea estate. And why was this cattle bridge built? So that the cattle cannot enter and damage the plantations. You see, this is a cattle bridge. Parallel poles are put, so animals cannot cross it. Their feet get stuck in the gap. While cars and human beings, they know how to balance and they move out. Animals can't. On both sides of the gravel road were acre upon acre of tea bushes, all neatly pruned to the same height. Groups of tea pluckers with bamboo baskets on their backs, wearing plastic aprons, were plucking the newly sprouted leaves. Now this is typical traditional tea plucking style. You see a wooden basket behind the ladies with their hair covered so that no hair is mixed with the tea, and newly sprouted leaves. They only collect the newly sprouted leaves. The old leaves are there for the nourishment of the tree. The newly sprouted leaves dry easily and make good cover tea. Pranjal's father slowed down to allow a tractor pulling a trailer load of tea leaves to pass. This is the second flush or sprouting period, isn't it, Mr. Badua? Rajveer asked. It lasts from May to July and yields the best tea. You seem to have done your homework before coming, Pranjal's father said in surprise. Yes, Mr. Badua, Rajveer admitted, but I hope to learn much more while I am here. As we see, Pranjal, before coming, he had already Rajveer had already admitted to Pranjal he did some research on tea before coming, and not only about the history of the tea and the legends of the tea, he also had learned a few things about the tea of Assam and when is the best tea produced. This impressed Pranjal's father, and he said that he was impressed, and Pranjal said he hoped he learned more about tea. That would be all. Thank you and goodbye.